Hello, my name is Emma and welcome to Her Tears Were My Light, a sort of a game that's a short love story about, a relationship that spans between time and space. Traverses, spans, one or the other. I played this game a long time ago and I decided why not revisit it. I need something short this time anyway, because I'm in that kind of mood. So let's start. Darkness and nothing in all directions. At some point, I started thinking, shouldn't there be something here? Something? Anywhere? So I started looking. I don't know what exactly I was looking for, but as I wandered, I spotted a light in the distance. Oh ho! As I approached, I found another, and another. A trail of burning bright lights. They traveled out and away, their steady glow piercing tiny holes in the darkness. They fascinated me. I decided I'd walk until I reached the source. And this is the start of our romance, I guess. I found a girl. She was sitting on a bed of these stars. It was a beautiful sight. Indeed. Oh, someone's here. What should I say to her? You crying? Excuse me, baby girl, you crying? Excuse me, have you been crying? I felt so lonely. I just can't seem to stop. But now someone's here. I don't think someone would come, but you're here. I'm so happy. If you're happy, then stop crying. Honestly, Space. Huh? How did you know my name? See, this is where you start thinking a little bit, but you'll see. I know I'm acting a little hoity-toity. It's been a few years, so I actually don't remember much about it, but we'll see. I like this game. I don't know. It just slipped out. How did I know her name? She never told it to me, but something about her feels so familiar, like an old friend. This isn't fair. I didn't even get to introduce myself. And now I have to ask for your name. It's time, a love story that traverses time and space. Time. What are you doing? Saying it 8 times will help me remember. 8 on its side is infinity. That's how I'll never forget. We love that logic. God, if I said names 8 times, I would still forget it. I see. So time, where did you come from? Well, I don't know where I came from. I'm not sure. It's hard to describe a place with nothing in it. Were you alone in the dark too? Oh no. Technically, she wasn't alone in the dark if she's sitting on a pile of stars. God, the little star animations too on the little sides are super cute. Thinking of that makes me so sad. Wow! You're crying again. Don't ever comment on how I cry. I make the crying noises because, Jesus Christ, I feel super uncomfortable making those noises. Let that be known. So I just go, wah! I can't help it. When I think about how you must have felt, I just, wah! I'm not laughing at anyone but myself right now. The more she cried, the more stars came out. They were beautiful, but I couldn't help but think, weren't there enough stars already? I couldn't quite place the reason why, but I definitely didn't like seeing her cry like this. We're just such a compassionate person. Also, maybe we're just a normal person if you don't like seeing people cry. Here, I'll try to describe it in a way that doesn't make you start crying. Huh? The place you came from? Okay. If I had to give it a name, I'd call it the start. The start? Yeah, it would make sense to begin at the start. Does that mean where we are now is the middle? But you started here, didn't you? I don't know if we can call it the middle. It's your start, my middle, maybe. We can! This place has changed. Has it? Yes, you're here with me now, Time. So before was the start and now is the middle. We love the romantic logic for this love story. It makes sense in its own way. And this girl is very straightforward. So if there's a beginning, is there an end? I'd say probably, but you get to decide when it ends, I guess. It would make sense for that to be the case. You think so too? I wonder what it's like. What if the end is sad? The start was lonely. Will the end be lonely too? Not if you have me here! I don't want that. Wah! You cry a lot, don't you? Yes, because look! Whenever I do, these stars come out. I'd already noticed, but maybe it'd be too rude to point that out. I can't really explain it, but somehow they make me feel a little less lonely. Yep, I feel like that would be, yeah. It kind of lights up the place, you know? You're not stuck in eternal darkness. So, from the start, you've just been here making stars? Yes, you see, where there is nothing, I want to put something. Doesn't that make sense? I guess it does. What kind of things do you do, Time? I move the universe! I am the all-powerful being. I can make the universe move forwards, backwards. I can jump to any moment I've already experienced. Wow, that sounds like hard work. Making stars sounds harder to me. Yeah, I don't think I could cry for that long. No, that's easy, watch. I didn't mean to make you cry again. Actually, this is a good chance to demonstrate. Huh? Alright, I've remembered the outcome. Now I'll rewind to when I said making stars sounds harder. Then I can try to stop her from crying. I need to rewind. I have a button for this. It's at the bottom of the screen. Is it the menu screen? If I can't make use of the rewind button, I'll end up going in circles. And if I get stuck, I can always reset. But for now, I need to rewind. So yeah, you have a button for this. You can go, I think, is it memories or is it warp? Memories? Yes, maybe? Oh, my cursor's lagging. She's going to cry. I think it might be warp. Return. Let us warp. Warp. 2. Oh, gosh darn. Okay. Is it memories? Did I get it wrong? I wanted to stop her from crying. Someone's here. Save points? Should I hit restart? Whoop. Shave it. Whoop. Using shave. Where's the auto shave? Help. Help. Let us just restart. No. Help me, Time! You have a button at the bottom of the screen. You can't make use of the rewind button. Okay. Oh, it's right there. I'm so dumb. Here we go. See, this is what's nice about it, right? They've started including this. In this game, they include a rewind thing, which means you can go back to previous... Well, I did click the button a lot. To previous... How do you say this? To previous moments, where you can basically replay. It's basically telling you to replay events that you've gone through. Making stars sounds harder to me. Hey, don't start crying just to prove how easy it is, okay? Huh? How'd you know what I was about to do? That's my power. You already cried before, so I went back to the moment before you did, in order to stop you. Wow. You're incredible, Time. I know. I definitely didn't take like 5 minutes to figure out. It was nothing really. You know something? I only just met you, but it feels like we've known each other. We've always known each other. Well, I did know your name from the first moment I saw you, so maybe your feeling is true. Nice pickup line though, if it wasn't. But I can't remember talking with you like this before now. Just like I can't remember crying before you changed what happened. It must be a paradox. Hey, how did you find me in the first place? I just followed your stars, and there you were, as beautiful as the stars you created. Oh, that means, hey, if we ever get separated, I can just cry. That way, you'll always be able to find me. Sure, but I don't know if I like the thought of making you cry. I won't have to, as long as you're here with me. I'm kind of afraid to go back to being alone. Alright, I'll stay. It doesn't seem like there's anyone else out there anyway, so I have no reason to leave. Huh? Anyone else? Oh no! If there is someone out there, don't you think we should try looking for them? I think we should. I think we should. You know, see if there's more people. We can create a community. You don't want them to feel lonely, do you? Exactly. I'm so happy you understand, Time. And then we wandered into the void together to see if we could find anything else out there, but all we found was darkness. And the more darkness we found, the more Space would cry. I didn't like seeing her cry. I didn't want her to feel lonely. Much to my relief, she agreed to rest when I suggested it. I closed my eyes for a while, but when I opened them again, I was back in the dark. Space? No response. What happened? All the stars are gone too. Did I make a mistake? I'll rewind from here to before I closed my eyes. Okay, let us go. Let's go. Let's go. Boo! Boo! Eyes shan't close. I won't close my eyes this time. I have to pay attention so I can't miss what caused everything to go black. Time, you look so serious all of a sudden. Something strange happened, but I don't know what it was. Something strange? Scanning the cosmos, I noticed something seeming to blot out a group of stars in the distance. Oh-ho? I spotted the anomaly. Oh-ho? I could just barely make it out against the dark background of the void. Friend? Comrade? Part of our trio? There was someone out here, after all. As soon as they noticed I'd spotted them, they disappeared. I squinted toward the area they were standing only a moment before, thinking I could easily find them again at such a distance. But very suddenly, third party. She appeared right behind Space. What are you? No. Her demise! She phased right through Space, somehow erasing her from existence. The stars around us dimmed and faded as she disappeared. This is what happened before. This is what I'd missed by taking my eyes off her. It was awful. I wanted it to stop, but you can't. It's too late now. When Space once stood before, there was now only nil. What have you done to Space and the stars? You took away all the beauty. Now all that's left is the void. I mean, everyone has their things they have to do, you know? There's time, there's space, and there's nil, where nothing exists. But it's beautiful like this too, isn't it? No. I don't like it. Bring back Space. Bring back her stars. If that's how you feel, I'll lock you in this moment until you understand. No! I won't accept this! But what can I do? Rewind time. If I return to the start. If I start over now, I could change this. Otherwise, I'll be trapped in this loop. And then restart time. Ayo! That's the power of time! So we've been introduced to Nil. You know, basically the cause of all this darkness, I guess you could say. And the death of Space. Darkness. Darkness and nothing, in all directions. But I knew someone was out there. I just had to find her again. So I started looking. I wanted to find Space, and as I retraced my steps, I spotted her light in the distance. Once again, crying. There was Space, sitting on a bed of her stars, just like I remembered. Oh, someone's here. What should I say? You're alive! I thought something terrible happened, but you're right here. I'm glad you're still okay. Huh? She looked at me like she'd never seen me before, but that is the reason. That is the cause of rewinding in time. Starting over, you know? Because of course she hadn't seen me before. This face was new. How could have I expected her to remember what happened? In my excitement to see her alive, I'd forgotten that rule. I decided to try recreating the first memory. Never mind. Excuse me, but have you been crying? I felt so lonely. I just can't seem to stop. But now someone's here. I didn't think someone would come, but you're here. Yes, I am, Space. I'm so happy. If you're happy, then stop crying. Honestly, Space. Huh? How'd you know my name? Of course I know your name. Even though you didn't tell it to me the first time either. This isn't fair. I didn't even get to introduce myself, and now I have to ask for your name. It's time. As always. Time. What are you doing? If you counted and that was 8, cool. Good job, me. If it wasn't, we ignore that part. What are you doing? Saying it 8 times will help me remember. 8 on its side is infinity, and that's how I'll never forget. Except, it's impossible for you to remember when I go back to before I told you. So, Time, where did you come from? I came from the future! Would you believe me if I told you that I came from the future? When I thought I was all alone, you proved me wrong. So, I'll believe whatever you say. Besides, there's this feeling in my chest that you're definitely someone I can trust. I agree. I can trust myself. I'm glad. Well, it's true. I did come from the future. We've already met before, and you wanted to search this void to see if we could find anyone or anything else. That does sound like something I'd want to do. Did we find anyone? Well, someone found us, but it's hard to explain what happened. I don't want to scare her. We didn't find anyone. And that's why I think we should stay together. Oh, it would be sad if there was anyone out there and they were feeling as lonely as I was. I lied to her. She said she'd believe whatever I said, and I took advantage of that trust. But I didn't know how to tell her what happened. I wanted to avoid the ending I saw before. If this path didn't lead to something better, I could always make a save point and rewind from here. Let's go! Time to make that save point! Save? Save. Perfect. Hey, Time. If you're from the future, why did you come here? Well, so I'd be able to talk to you again, dear child. Then, in the future, we're not able to talk anymore? Oh no. Uh-oh. I'll reassure her so she doesn't start crying again. Yes, we were separated, but I'm going to change it so that doesn't happen. That's a relief. I should figure out a backup plan too, so that you're not the only one working hard at this. Hey, how did you find me in the first place? That's easy. I already knew where you'd be waiting for me. I also followed your stars. It's like a trail from Hansel and Gretel. But I'm talking about the very first meeting, before you knew where I was. What about then? I just, followed your stars and here you were. Oh, that means, hey, if we ever get separated, I can just cry. That way, you'll always be able to find me. Sure, but I don't know if I like the thought of making you cry. I agree still. I won't have to, as long as you're here with me. I'm kind of afraid to go back to being alone. Yeah, I don't want to be alone either. I'm glad you feel the same way, Time. Would it be alright to just lay here together, just for a little while? If you want to, then I don't mind. Chillin', looking at the stars. The stars kind of looks like an eye, the galaxy looking upon me. I held her hand so that Nil wouldn't be able to sneak up on us. My fingers interlaced so easily, it was as if they belonged together like this, but that was impossible. That feeling, even if it didn't make any sense, only made me hold tighter. As long as I held on to space, Nil wouldn't be able to take her away. No sir, I'll hold her with these little grubbers. We could lay here and admire the stars together and never do anything else. I'd just be satisfied like this. Time. Can I ask you something? Laying together on the stars? So romantic. What is it? What happened before? What was it that made you come back in order to change it? I already told you, we got separated. I know, but I definitely would have been crying if that happened. Couldn't you have followed my stars? Well, you see, I couldn't. You weren't able to make them anymore. That's terrible. In a way, no, because I don't want her to cry anymore, but yes, because that's what got us separated. Yeah, it was. I'm glad you came back. If we couldn't find each other, I'd want to change that too. Yep, me and you. Me and you. We lay there in silence for a while. I had the feeling that Space could sense I was waiting for something. She didn't ask what. As long as I held on to her, she had nothing to worry about. I hope so. No, surely she was watching us from somewhere the light from Space's stars couldn't reach. I wanted to be ready. I wanted to be able to stop her when she appeared. But we fell asleep. Oh, curse! Curse the human instinct to fall asleep! No, no! I let it happen again. I've lost Space again. Time. Don't go back anymore. Why are you doing this? She's just going to trap me here again, isn't she? Stay. 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 Yeah. You know what time it is, huh? Restart? Or what I could do. So there's how many endings? All memories? Yeah, okay. There's a few more. Should we... Best thing to do would be... Oh! Restarted for me. Thanks. I was gonna contemplate, but I don't have to contemplate anymore. Darkness, once again. I knew what I had to do. I started looking for Space, and as I wandered, I spotted a familiar light in the distance. Oh, someone's here. What should I say? I want to save you. Space, listen carefully. Someone called Nil is going to come and take you and all of your beautiful stars away. Huh? Please trust me. My name is Time, and I came from a future where... That's always happened, Indian. I don't understand. I know it's a lot to take in. I want to protect you. I don't want Nil to take you away. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I let myself get taken away. It's not your fault, Space. I almost called you Star. It's not your fault, Space. It's Nil's fault. She ate you, basically. She sucked you in. It's not your fault, Space. You don't want to be alone either, do you? If you feel the same as me, then it must have hurt. It's okay. I came back to prevent things like this. Please, don't cry. Okay. And so, once again, I told Space about the other versions of our meetings that I knew of. I told her that Nil was somehow able to limit my power, trapping me in loops and keeping me from rewinding far enough to stop her whenever she appeared. And Space wanted to help. She said if we worked together, we might have had a chance. It was better than trying to fight that monster on my own. Nil seems to only appear when we let our guard down. I tried waiting before, but we fell asleep. Then, we have to make the first move. But what should we do? I don't know. If I could go back far enough, just enough to know exactly what's going to happen, so that I'd be able to fix it, The only way I've been able to learn anything is through seeing you get taken away. I don't want to watch that happen again. Time. You're working hard, aren't you? I want to help. Ooh, hugging scene! Woo! The second touch, we're on second base. First the hand holding and now the hugging. I don't want you to feel alone. I'm still here, so I hope I can do something for you. We stayed like this for a while. She was warm. It felt nice. I considered pausing the universe here in this moment. Let us appreciate this moment. Getting our first hug? You know? I always thought the white part was her skin. I just realized I think it's her clothes. Or is it not? No, it looks like clothes. I think it's clothes. And moment over. After all, moving forward could cause something awful to happen again, and if it was up to me, whether or not to let this path play out. But I knew I didn't have to be afraid, because I wasn't alone, for now. Bum bum bum! So, what's up? Back at it again, eh? You like the stars? I like the stars. Nil had already shown herself. Why are you doing this? This is... Nil? Why does she look like me? You're the copy. Why won't you stay erased? Space, run! I'll stop her. And I... Can Nil not get rid of time somehow? Now that I think about it, I just realized it's an hourglass on her head! Oh my god! Okay. Because Nil... I guess Nil can't remove time, Nil can only remove space. Not package dealing it, I guess? But I don't want to be separated from you. It's only temporarily. I promise I'll be able to find you later. So get out of here. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh. In an instant, Nil's body blinked out of existence. She slipped through my grasp. And once again, space was gone. But you know who's not here? Nil too. Was there nothing I could do? Nil had beaten me no matter what I tried. My attempts to change fate were only hurting space again and again. Oh, there she is again. Time. Why won't you look at me? You keep taking space away. Of course I don't want to look at someone who'd do that. You're crying for her? I felt so overwhelmed by hopelessness, I barely noticed my tears. How strange, I thought, for me to cry so easily. Girl's getting traumatized! Space was always the one who... And there it was again. The feeling that I'd known her for much longer than I possibly could have. I didn't understand these feelings. Aren't you going to reset again? What's the point if you'll always... Again. She said again. Then she remembers the other times that I asked you before. What are you? I am Nil. Emptiness, void, whatever you want to call me. Wherever there is something, I want to make nothing. Does that make sense? Why would you do that? Your existence, you exist just to take space away? Space exists to take me away. Why can't you understand? Must I explain it to you? Time, please listen. Look, I need to know. I need to know. You're still here. You'll really listen to me? Just say what you want to say. Fine. If I know why she's doing all this, I'll be able to think of a way to stop her. But there's another feeling in my heart when I look at her. Sympathy? Why? Because she's stuck in the same way we're stuck, I guess? In the very, very beginning, I was alone. There was only me and the thick, empty, infinite darkness that surrounds us now. At some point, I thought I wanted there to be more than just that. That's when I changed from nothing to something. It was also when you first appeared, Time. Ooh, the girls are dancing! The girlies are dancing! From that point on, it felt like we were all there ever was and all there would ever be. One time and one space, and no one else. We had so much fun together, I thought it would last for eternity. But then, my light faded, and you stopped. You stopped, but I was still here. I was still here, but you rewound to be with the light I'd left behind. Ah, because we only like the space and the light, not the person itself. Oof. Oof. Time, I didn't know you were like this. I didn't know you were like this. I waited for the end to come again, thinking maybe I could reach you there. So it's interesting, right? Whenever she, I guess, pauses time, maybe at some point, Nil comes from time. Or no, not Nil comes from time. Nil comes from space, or they're together and then they split. But whenever it came, you would just rewind again to be with another new me. Another new space. It made me so jealous. I waited so long for you to finally find me, but how could you? I couldn't cry. I couldn't create any light of my own for you to follow. You found new lights, her stars. You forgot about me. How could that be true? I don't have any memories like that. There's no way I would forget about space. But you did, again and again. She always returns to nothing, to me, and you always go back to the beginning. You never stay with me. You always want to stay with space, but not Nil. It's because my darkness isn't as beautiful. You'll always choose her stars over me. Yep. I do like stars, if I'm being honest. But it's kind of like, they are the same person, right? Like, that's what she's saying. They are the same person. But Nil is generally, I would say, a traumatized form of space. And was technically originally space. Yeah, because she said that, obviously. I erased everything. All of the universes and started over with just one. Just one for you and me. But space is always going to be there too. And you always go to her. Is that why I can't remember it? Because you erased the universe that held those memories? Do you know what all the universes are now? It's you and space together, and I'm alone. That's why I wanted to bring you to the end faster. I even learned how to stop you from rewinding. See, she said the end. That's interesting. Because we started with, well, the start, right? Where time wakes up and is like, oh, I have to save space, or I have to see space, or I'm following this path of stars. And then there's the middle where space is, and then there's the end with Nil. Generally, Nil has watched all of these happen, basically, because she is the end. She's always experienced the end. And if you remember, technically in the beginning, time wakes up in darkness, which means Nil was also the start. So it's basically the birth life of Nil. Nil being, the first one, and then time leaving Nil for stars, or like space, and then being quote-unquote stuck, I guess you could say, with Nil again. When I erased her, I could finally reach you, but you only got mad at me. I'd finally set everything right, and you didn't understand anything at all. So are we saying that space and Nil can't exist in the same timeline? Maybe it's because they're both the same person? I was stupidly hoping you would remember everything if you'd just seen me again. I was so angry when you didn't. How could I recall memories that were erased, unless these feelings in my heart? I still can't stop you from resetting. I can't stop you from doing what's always brought you closer to her. You've been going further and further away. I didn't know what to do anymore. I didn't want to have to explain it all to you like this. I wanted you to remember on your own. But I can't take this anymore. Nil's story. Even if these memories were erased for me, they still left an impression on my heart. And that impression, that love, has driven my every action up to this point. But you and space are connected. All of my memories with you were with who space is now. That's how I got it confused. I don't want to hear that. Thanks to you, I finally understand what I've been feeling all along, and it's that you're someone who's very precious to me. Even if those feelings were projected onto you who wasn't you anymore. I'm sorry, Nil. You're so mean. You treated me like I was the bad one. I was the one who messed up from the start. Can you ever forgive me? That's true. Time did mess up from the start. But I feel like I would get traumatized every time I saw this other lady basically absorb the other lady, okay? All I wanted was to be at your side again, and you forgot about me. I won't forgive you so easily. That's fine. I'll work hard to make it all up to you. Good. You have all of eternity to do that. Just the two of us. Just the two of us, huh? Well... See... What if we have 3 people? I'm sorry, no. I promised Space I would go back for her. No, why? Am I not enough for you? I mean, we can chill, man. We can chill. You can be part of the crew somehow. Staying here means that I'd forget a part of you again, and I don't want that. I'm not going to leave any part of you all alone. Do you understand? I do understand, but I still don't like it. What can I do in order for you to accept this then? If you're really serious, return to the beginning. I want to start over with you. But instead of looking for Space first, you have to find me instead, okay? Yes, sure. Sure, man. Let's go. Yes, I promise I'll come and find you. Good. It's a promise. Alright, Nil. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, Nil. I'll see you again soon. Darkness, darkness and nothing, in all directions. Nil was somewhere out here in this emptiness. She's been waiting for me all along. You found me. I promised I would. You also promised we'd never be apart, and you promised I was the only one you'd ever love, and you promised... Hold on. You're talking about a version of me who's not around anymore. I personally haven't promised you anything like that. Forgetting about it is no excuse. I'm still holding you to everything you've said in the past. You're pretty strict. This is your punishment for everything you put me through. Fine, as long as you don't start making things up to get me to do whatever you want. I'll be fair. Are you ready to meet Space? No, she isn't going to like me. She won't remember what you did before. And if we told her, I think she'd understand how you felt. Also, Space is pretty happy-go-lucky, I'd say. What's wrong? You don't want to meet her? It's not that. It's just, do we have to go right away? I still haven't forgiven you yet. So that's how it is. Maybe if you'd give me a kiss, perhaps I'd forgive you a little bit. You're really cute. I know. And that's a smooch for me, boys! We'd fallen right back into place as if I'd never been gone. Her touch felt so familiar. How could I have ever forgotten it? We must have had a million of these kinds of encounters before. Why else would it feel so natural? Every moment like this that was lost to me, I'd have to make new memories to replace them, one by one. Oh, these stars. They don't feel lonely. Their light feels happy. Oh, someone's here. Woohoo, me and the boys! Oh, this is the ending? True ending? Was that what it just said? The credits loaded on a little bit. But look! We can have a trio now! I don't know if we're gonna be in a trio relationship or we're just gonna be a trio and Space is our technical child. Because she was created because of the issues we did. Actually, that would be weird. Because then you'd be roommates. We're not gonna do that. But we're gonna be a trio now. Also, I didn't realize how pretty. Look at how pretty, Nil's hair is. Oh. See, look at this, though. Did we get all the endings? Let's see. Oh, well, illustrations are fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, when I first played this game, the concept of having a fourth wall break, basically, was so foreign to me. And I was like, oh my god, that's so cool when I first saw it. And it doesn't, like, it doesn't, I was gonna say it doesn't help, but that's the wrong word. It makes it so much better how pretty the art is. How, like, when we're talking about this, like, huge space, it's just two girls chilling, you know? It's so nice. Like, for lack of a better word, I'd even say it's beautiful. Because of everything. The storyline, although a little fast, is fairly, like, straightforward. It's very concise. And I got all the information I needed, you know? And it's very, when I was like, what, 12? I was like, holy shit, this shit's crazy! I mean, obviously now that was an ending we missed. We don't talk about that. That didn't happen. Shush. Okay? These are all the images. So that's what I was gonna look for though, before looking at the illustrations. Because we already got the true end, right? Here's what I'm going to look into: memories. And if we look at all the memories I've had, do I not have the I promise nil in space? Oh, did I just not have that? All memories, time memories, all memories. Okay. Yeah, you see, if you look on the right side, right? It shortens because I'm missing some. And the one I'm missing is 3 of them. And I'm pretty sure that it's because I shouldn't have listened to her story. It might be this one. Please don't cry. I'm sorry for leaving you all alone. Please don't cry anymore, Space. Huh? Have we met before? Sort of, but you can't remember. I know this must sound strange. It does, but how else could you know my name? I believe you. Sorry, I should introduce myself too. I'm Time. Time, doing that 8 infinity thing. I wish that mnemonic trick of hers actually worked. So, Time, where did you come from? I came from the future. When I thought I was all alone, you proved me wrong, okay? Fast forward. Someone found us. She's called Nil. Nil? She took you and all your stars away. I'm trying to prevent that. I'm sorry. And then there's the thing. Hadn't changed anything, but I wanted to try it again anyway. Fast forward again. It was nice, as I remembered. Warm, comfortable, safe. I expected Nil to show up again. I had to be careful going forward from here. These might be my last moments with Space in this version of our universe. Space, there's something I want to say. What is it? Yeah, I really like you. This may be a little sudden, but I like you a lot. I feel the same. Even if we only just met? Even if we only just met, because... Because? You really wanted to stay with me, didn't you? Even if you had to try over and over. It's like a reverse Ukyo from Amnesia, you know? Except I'm not as traumatized. You've always come to find me to make sure I wasn't lonely, isn't that right? Don't make me sound so selfless. I didn't want to feel lonely either. But really, I just wanted to be here with you. I don't want either of us to be left all alone. The thought that we'd meet like this again and again is enough to make me never feel lonely again. Thank you, Time. I'm crying again. How could hearing those words make me so happy? I have no right to hear them yet. I haven't done anything to protect you yet. I've only failed you over and over. You're trying your best, and that's what it feels like to me. How can you know that? How do you know everything I've told you isn't a lie? Because you say it so honestly. I can feel our connection in my heart, so even if I don't remember our other meetings, even if I don't completely understand all of them, I still think you're someone very precious to me, Time. Space, you're precious to me too! That's why I'll definitely save you. I know you will. What's up? What's up? Why are you doing this? This is... No? Why does she look like me? Maybe if I hold tighter, I could just keep her here. What's the point in doing the same thing twice? Nothing changed. I failed again. Next time... Oh. Next, you'll start crying over her. Can we skip that part? She knows. She remembers everything as well as I do. Yes, sir. Out of here I go. No, I won't listen. I don't want to hear anything you have to say. I'm going to save space. I won't fail again. I'll find a way to save her. And then... start, I guess? I don't know. Please don't cry. We're gonna get that smooch, boys. We're gonna get that smooch. I know we already saw that smooch, but I'm getting that smooch. I like you. I would like one smooch, please. Please say no if you don't want to, but is it okay if I kiss you? I'm so happy you asked. Memory saved, we kissed! Her warmth was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. In that moment, the stars around us grew brighter and brighter, washing out the darkness of the void until the whole cosmos was bathed in her light. And we were at the center of it all. Goodbye, Nil. I'll see you, maybe. I won't forgive you. I won't. This is... No? Why do you look like me? I have to erase you. There's no other choice. No, I won't let you touch her. You're hurting time. Please go away. She's hesitating? I'm hurting time? She's the one who... I don't want you to make time sad anymore. I think you should leave us alone. And there she goes. Even though we know that, in the same way, time is the one hurting Nil. It is what it is, you know? I got my smooch. She already left. Or she really left. Did I do it? You won't have to reset anymore, will you? I think so. I think you're safe now. But why would Nil suddenly stop like that? Can it really end like this? Yes, sir, it can! As long as space is safe, that's all I care about. We did it! Now we can be together forever. Yeah, I'm glad. Together in the blinding void. Why do I feel like our hourglass changed? But it might just be the shading. Space and I spent all of eternity together, just like she said. Alone together in her brilliant light, without Nil's darkness. It felt like I'd left something behind, but being together with space, that was all that mattered. Everything was going to be perfect from now on. Until her light runs out and then oopsies! So we're missing, what, one ending? Would it just be like a solo Nil ending? I wonder? Oh, my eyes. What would it be? Let's see. Memories. So yeah, I'm definitely... I'm missing a lot, aren't I? No, I'm just missing one. Ending locked. Let's see. Partially erase. Sure. Oh, wait, would it just be staying with... It might be staying with Nil. You know, without going back for time. I want to save you. Pew 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 pew. And then we're gonna skip through. Never mind. It's nothing. I didn't have the courage. Technically, we barely knew each other. I couldn't haphazardly confess to her like this. Maybe it'd be better left unsaid. Hey Nil, what's up? So, Nil, I will listen, and then we're going to be stuckied forever in the darkness. It's fine like this. Yeah, just the two of us. I'm so happy. I waited for this for so long. I know. Sorry to keep you waiting. But look! In this situation, we're not looking that happy. Nil and I... God, Nil is actually so pretty now that I see her full body. I think it's mostly her hair. I like her hair a lot. I like the gradient, you know? Nil and I spent all of eternity together, just like she said. Alone together in the darkness, without space's light. I felt like I'd left something behind, but being together with Nil. No, with my true space. That was all that mattered. I had a lot to make up for. And that's the end. That's the third end. I've got them all. So, this was Her Tears Were My Light by Nom Nom Nami. You can find it on Itch.io. I'm putting the link in the description. Remember, I might have said this in the beginning. You can get the, a little bit more if you buy it. Originally it was free, but if I remember correctly, and I looked at it, they had to make it, like, pay because, you know, there was also, they had it on Steam. And I think you have to, like, I'm not sure what goes on in development, but I think you have to, like, pay in some way for that one too. But if you want more, like, extras, basically, you can pay, like, $2 to $3 for extra content. It's like a DLC, I think. So yeah, that was Her Tears Were My Light, a game that I really liked when I was in my preteen years. And I'll see y'all next time. Make sure not to traumatize anyone. Bye-bye!